You got our calendar.
Oh, you too? Okay, I just need to make sure that they're ready and then we'll do this. Oh, you plan up. And then Ms. Hudson has a plea as well.
Okay, we're good. We're good for that.
Do you have, there should be another one too, right? No, but she has a plea as well.
Oh, yes.
Is that a DWI as well? Is that one a DWI as well?
Yes, they're both first.
I'm gonna do them both.
Judge, for what it's worth, my client, assuming the court's okay with it, would like to apply for an driver's license after this. And we'll be working on getting those documents together if the court's inclined.
I don't know about doing a time served. He just had one dismissed and he's back now, right again with another DWI, and it's a point and it's above a 15. I mean, really? We're still going to continue to do the same thing over and over and over? No, I know you're saying no, but here you are yet again. You had one dismissed, a year and a half ago. Now you're back on another one. It's above a 0.15.
If you got an occupation, the court could order some level of treatment, Judge.
He has to do treatment as part of it. So what we do is we'd have him T-RASed, but if I accept this, I'm sticking him with the fine. I'm not going to let him go without the fine.
Would you impose a fine on the probation?
No.
Let me talk.
Talk to him. It's 4,500 as well, too. No, I'm sorry, 6,000. Yeah. I need you to understand that in life, right, we're not going to continue to hope and pray that something bad doesn't happen. We sometimes have to take proactive measures to ensure. You just had one dismissed. You've now picked up another one. If I were to plead you to time served, another proverbial slap on the wrist, and now we're going to let you go out there and hope that you don't kill someone or maim someone or you don't pick up another one, No, that's like the definition of insanity, wishing that something, over and over just with a different result. No, this is proactive because here we can see what the issue is. We don't want you to come back with another DWI or much more kill someone because, look at the news. Every day someone dies from a DWI and it's just not fair when it's so freaking preventable by one damn button on your phone. How much money have you spent on both DWIs so far where one button and a $40 fee would have gotten you from A to B? You know what I mean?
Sir.
That's now what we have to do to intervene in hopes that you learn from this so it doesn't happen again. So you've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in jail and this to be probated for 15 months. As part of this, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class, a victim impact panel, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what are the conditions you may need if you need other conditions. If they assess them, you must fulfill them. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you're pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. Guardian interlock, 25 hours of community service, and a $100 one-time donation to Mothers Against Drug Driving. You have children.
No, but I have a 13-year-old brother that relies on me.
Okay. If he does a parenting class, then I'll consider the community service way. The idea, all we want is that you learn so that you, in 20 years, this has made enough of an impact on you that you think twice. Oh man, shit, that was such a bad experience. I don't want to do that again. It's either jail or it's a crap load of fines and fees. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have a problem while you're on this probation, all you have to do is come back, let us know. We can work through anything. There's nothing too big, nothing too small. But the worst possible thing you can do is drive without a license or insurance, start using, or pick up another DWI. So you understand?
Yes, sir.
The other thing that if you just take off, abscond, that's also an instantaneous warrant. If you violate this probation, that's what we do. We issue a warrant. We have a hearing to determine whether you violated it. If you do, you're looking at an entire year. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up the right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to this offense, this is going on your record now. It'll be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You ever pick up another one. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you now, you get pulled over, an officer, the first thing they do is they look at your record. They're going to see DWI, DWI. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to harass and harangue the hell out of you? Every time you get pulled over. And if they smell anything funky, it's probably not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above in this case?
It's true.
True to the enhancement. All right. How do you plead to the office? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow this agreement. I'm going to send you to it. I'm not going to suspend your license now, but I'm going to tell you, can you look up his license, please, to see if it's suspended?
Judge, I'm sorry, I missed his name.
Arredondo.
It is not eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. So you will be signing a non-driving affidavit. If you drove here today, you are not allowed to drive home. Your license is suspended as of this time. If we catch you driving without a license, I'm going to lose it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not drive. You are required to have a guardian interlock, and every officer, because we send notice to DPS, every officer in the state knows if they pull you over and you don't have an interlock, you're going to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's for the traffic, right? That's why it's ineligible, right? So
I
traffic.
don't believe so. I took care of those yesterday. So.
Judge, I believe his license may be showing ineligible due to a traffic ticket. If we can get that sorted, can we come back and?
I'm okay with an occupational as long as he's in compliance, okay? The other thing is this, is he is now taking a subsequent DWI education class. DPS is probably going to suspend your license regardless because of a subsequent DWI education class, if you've already taken it. Did he do a diversion and it got dismissed? As part of the diversion, you have to do a DWI education class. Subsequent ones get your license suspended. So I would check with DPS first. Don't just start driving, when you take care of that ticket, because they're going to probably suspend your license again. And this time it may be like a 2-year suspension. I'm okay with an occupational as long as he's in compliance.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he has an interlock first. Okay. All right. So we're going to have you meet with Shatoria for all your conditions, and then good luck to you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Waive the supervisor fee.
Bennett,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now 21 cases. Just since 2020, possession 1 to 4, unauthorized use, possession 4 to 200, 21, evading arrest, felony theft, felony assault, felony possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, now 24, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, assault, unauthorized absence from correctional facility, PCS, now 25, just for 25, PCS, unauthorized use, and now you have an evading arrest.
Those guys.
Stop. I didn't ask you to say anything. You missed court, and now you're here. If you ever miss court again, and let me tell you something, Mr. Price, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. If I find that you are one iota of danger to it, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand me? You're now charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Judge. On April 14th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was patrolling the area of 999 Pasadena Boulevard, the Macro Plaza Mall. The mall is closed during the early morning hours when this incident occurred, and no maintenance or cleaning personnel were on scene. 999 Pasadena Boulevard is near 1202 Pasadena Boulevard, which the officer knows from training and experience to be a high drug area. The officer observed the defendant standing near a mechanical box on the side of the main building of 999 Pasadena Boulevard. The defendant looked at the officer who was in a marked patrol unit and began walking toward his bicycle, which was laying on the ground nearby. Due to the above circumstances, as well as defendant's suspicious behavior, the officer initiated a subject stop on the defendant due to reasonable suspicion. The officer activated emergency traffic lights and began sounding the siren of a marked patrol unit. The defendant continued to ride his bicycle away from the officer, standing up on the seat of his bicycle to accelerate faster. The defendant eventually fell off the bicycle and continued to evade on foot until he fell in the roadway of the 900 block of Pasadena Boulevard. The defendant evaded the officer for approximately 736 feet.
The hell was he doing wrong? Riding a bicycle while white? He's not doing anything. Just presumptive police. No. Mr. Price, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause in your case today. We have enough death, dismemberment, and danger in our town as it is. Don't create any more. Be a good person. It's not hard. Get a job, do something with your life before something, or you end up with a 25-year sentence. It's lickety split. Something happens. Life is too short to end up in a 6x9 with a 25-year sentence. You know what I mean? Really. Please take a seat. Mr. Muhammad,
I have a lie every time. How you doing, sir?
you're charged with failure to comply with, basically FSGI, leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the complaining witness went to the police station to make a report for someone that struck her vehicle and failed to stop and give information. On March 24th, 2025, the officer reviewed body-worn camera where the complaining witness stated that while she was at a soccer game, someone struck her parked vehicle. The complaining witness stated that another witness left a note, and that witness observed the defendant strike the complaining witness's vehicle and leave without stopping and giving information. The witness stated the defendant was the coach of the opposing soccer team. The complaining witness stated that they talked to the defendant, but the defendant has failed to provide their insurance information. The officer met with the witness who viewed the accident and administered a photo array. The officer observed vehicle damage from the defendant and the complaining witness consistent with complaining witness and witnesses' accounts of events. The officer observed text of the complaining witness communicating with the defendant. In those texts, the officer observed the defendant state he is responsible for the crash and he has no problem paying for the expenses out of pocket. The complaining witness obtained a written estimate of cost of repair to her vehicle of $1,975.78.
Mr. Muhammad, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Does he have a license? You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name.
He does, Judge.
I'm also ordering you not to go back to the soccer field. Do you understand? If I find that you pick up a new case, if you go back, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more.
Judge, may I? Is there any way we just do no contact with this person? Because in this club soccer world, there's only like 2 to 3 fields that they play on. My daughter's played Albion and there's only like 3 parks that they play out. So can we just,
It's to happen again. And
I understand. Can we do a no contact so that he's not around that person? Because he's the head coach of the soccer team. And we're going to get this taken care of pretty quick. I think they agreed that if he pays restitution, they're fine with it.
how is it going to be possible if they're still playing soccer that it's going to?
I think he can avoid them. These parks are big. There's Dice, Zuby Park.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
First of all, sir, I've never had contact with the woman who claimed these claims. That's one. Second of all, I never left the scene because I had to.
I'm not going to argue with.
No, of course, I understand.
We're not arguing the case.
Sir, sorry. Yes, I'm just trying to clarify that there's no contact between me and the or whoever's making the complaint at this moment. I've never had contact with her in my life, so there's no reason for any non-contact going forward, as I said.
Before he's allowed to drive, I want proof that he's got liability insurance, and I don't want you to have contact with the complaining witness. If I find that you get into another accident, if you're a danger to my city, I'm gonna lock you up. Do you understand, Mr. Muhammad? Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we need to put bond conditions. We need to show proof to pretrial that he's got insurance, and then we'll allow him to drive.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.